Ladies and gentlemen, did Barrell just come out with the best Amburana finished bourbon? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today on the bar top, we've got two sample bottles here sent to us from Barrell Bourbon Company, and I cannot wait to get into these pours right here and give you guys the reviews of these, because these are two bottles of bourbons that I've been looking forward to very much, and Barrell was very kind to send these samples my way. So you're probably wondering what these samples are, but before I let you know exactly what they are, I just want to thank you guys so much for the love and support on the channel recently. You guys are absolutely crushing it. We're pretty close to 4,400 subscribers, and that's only 600 away from 5,000 subscribers, where I get to crack that bad boy open up right there, and one lucky subscriber gets their chance to win a bottle of Blanton's. So make sure, if you're new, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are on Barrell Bourbon Company, what your favorite release of theirs is. Drop that like down below if you enjoy the content, and if you're new, smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my upcoming content, because we got some good stuff coming up here, and I don't want any of you to miss it. So without further ado, let's get into what we have on the bar top here, starting on the right. So this is Barrell Bourbon's Cask Finish Series Tale of Two Islands. This right here is going to be a blend of Indiana bourbons, Maryland bourbons, with a mash bill of 73% corn, 23% rye, and 4% malted barley. What this exactly is a bourbon that was finished in the Barrell Bourbon Jamaican rum that was finished in an Islay Scotch barrel. So what they did was, it's pretty much a double cask finish in one. What they did is, a couple years back, they took rum, put it in a peated Islay Scotch barrel, took that out, now you got a rum finished peated barrel. They put bourbon in there, let it soak up all of that goodness, and that's what we've got right here. And let's just double check what this is coming in at. This is coming in at 118.22 proof. So it's a pretty darn good proofer there, and I cannot wait to get into that bottle right there. But on our left here, this is the Amburana finish, and as you all know, I enjoy a nice Amburana finish. One of my favorites is the Penelope Rio, and I've got a backup bottle of it, and I can't wait to crack that open because it's batch 2. But nonetheless, Barrell Bourbon's coming out with a Amburana finished bourbon that is barrel proof, and I'm going to give you the details on this bad boy right here. So this is an Indiana bourbon and Kentucky bourbon blend. It's a comprised mash bill of 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley, coming in at 116.42 proof. The Barrell team created a bourbon blend of two mash bills with different char levels finished in Amburana casks. A vatting of individual casks without finishing was layered in to add depth, richness, and complexity, ensuring the bourbon shines through first and foremost. That's what a lot of people don't like about these Amburana finished bourbons, is that it takes over from the bourbon itself. And I will be the first to tell you that that is most likely true in a lot of them. And if you go into a lot of those Amburana finished bourbons and whiskeys, you have to understand that that is going to be happening. And I can't wait to dive into this and find out if you actually get a hint of the Amburana and it doesn't take over it as much as everything else. And I think Barrell does a really good job of their blending techniques, and I think that they might have hit this one out of the park. But I can't wait to get into either one of these, but we're going to get into the Tale of Two Islands bourbon here, into the nose, and here we go, everybody. Right off of the bat, I can get that Islay Scotch, a hint of this honey, little bit of this earthy smokiness that comes through, but it's layered with a very nice sweetness. I get a lot of tropical fruits. I get a little coconut coming off of it. I get a nice green Granny Smith apple. It's fruity. I get a touch of like, almost like a tarty peach pie in a way. But that Islay smoky, burnt ends almost, like you take a stick and you char the tip of it with a lighter and then you smell it. That's what I get out of that. I like this nose a lot. It smells really good. You guys know I don't like Islay scotches. I don't like scotch in general, but I can tell you right now, it doesn't come through as prevalent as I was imagining it would. And even if it is, it's blended so well, and then it's married with that sweetness of that Jamaican rum, and then the bourbon just takes over. It's got this really nice balance coming through. Enough talking. Let's get into the glass here, everybody. Cheers to you. Wow. I'll tell you this right now. The Islay Scotch note that I'm getting, it's almost mesquite-like. It almost tastes like a Texas barbecue, mesquite barbecue sauce in a way. But it's an overly saturated richness that rolls over your tongue. It is proofy. It is hot at 118, right? 118.22 proof. This is drinking every bit of that. But you're getting a blast of flavor coming over your tongue, and it is a ride. You get this funky, almost touch of a banana note, and I'm gonna guess that that might be from the Jamaican rum that is leaving that lingering banana funkiness on this, because that was the second thing that was finished in the barrel. Third sip there, I'm getting a little bit of espresso, a little tiny touch of a dark chocolate that's coming through. And this is a rich, complex, proofy boy that if you find it, man, that's some good stuff right there. It's a very well balanced, very well blended bourbon that you really wouldn't think would happen. And for me, I'm very surprised at this one because I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much, because I've had Jamaican rum finished bourbons before and ryes, and I'm really not the biggest fan of that. And I think most of the time is because that the rum that takes over it a little bit too much, and it becomes almost medicinal. But this does not have that medicinal quality that some of those other rum finished bourbons have. And it might be that that peated scotch is taking away from that, and it's bringing a little lighter, smokier aspect to it. But nonetheless, absolutely delicious pour. And if you can find the cask finish series Tale of Two Islands, I really do think that it's a must get. And yeah. But I know you all are wondering what my thought process is on this bad boy right here. The Amburana finish coming in at 116.42 proof. And it's getting in the nose, everybody. Right off of the bat, I can tell you it does not punch you in the face like a lot of the other Amburana finishers do. You got to dig deep into this one. A lot of the times those Amburana finish, you get right here and it's pow to the kisser, pow to the nose. You've got cinnamon, you've got baking spice, you've got this overwhelming nutmeggy, baking spiced presence lingering over your nostrils. And I can tell you this, right here, right now, this does not have that overabundance of Amburana finish. But it is there. And it's very nice, it's very soft, it's very mellow. You can get the nuance of the bourbon. They hit this one perfectly. And I think that for a lot of people, if they find this bottle and they want to give it a shot because they didn't like Amburana finishes before because of the punch to the face that it gives, they might be pleasantly surprised with this one. But that's only off of the nose. And you get those beautiful cinnamon, clove. I still get that really nice snickerdoodle cookie, but it's a very light dusting of cinnamon over top of it. That is, it's a fall-time sipper for sure. On that nose, it brings you right to fall. It brings you right to Thanksgiving. And I'll tell you right now, I can't wait to get into this glass, and I know you guys want to hear what my thoughts are on it. So cheers to you all. That is, wow. It's so light. It's so interesting because 116, 118, proofy boy, drank every bit of it. This one is not drinking at 116 proof. It's drinking probably closer to 108, 110. And this one was your entire tongue. This one here, it just lifts up the sides of your tongue. And you get that little bit of a tingly burn going down on the sides of your tongue. But if this is what they were looking for, they did it so well. It's light, it's delicious, it's easy to sip. It's citrus forward, which is very interesting, but it has a really nice touch of baking spice coming off of there. I'm not getting a lot of that snickerdoodle cookie that you get off of the heavily Amburana finished bourbons. But man, oh man, you get a very nice bourbon aspect coming from this. It's the first thing you get. And going into the finish, you get more of that Amburana flavor profile that comes through on it. And I'll tell you this, if you find this bottle and you've had Amburana finished bourbons before and you weren't a big fan of them, I do highly recommend picking this bottle up if you find it for a decent price in your area, because it is, in my opinion, it's going to be a fall-time sipper for sure. Wow. I dig this a lot. I dig this one a lot. And this one's nose here is opening up so beautifully like you wouldn't believe. And if I had to pick one, you're going to be surprised at this. If I had to pick one that I would probably recommend, it would be this one, only because I think that this one would be a little bit more approachable for a lot of people because they are scared of this Amburana. But don't take that with anything, because if you are very interested in the Amburana finish, highly recommend picking it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the Barrell bourbon batches. This is the Cask Finish Series Amburana and the Cask Finish Series Tale of Two Islands. Leave a comment down below, drop a like if you're new, and subscribe if you want your chance to win a bottle of Blanton Single Barrel Bourbon. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.